Alright, hello everybody, good to see you all. It's kind of a cold day outside here for me. I have sort of the windows somewhat open here. Can't really show you the tiny bit of snow that we got outside, but let me just adjust the light here a tiny bit. But yeah, we're going to be playing with our União de Tomar save as we are in the sort of latter half of the season at this point. Almost close to the deadline window. But to recap on what we've done pretty well, all things considered. Sim, infelizmente fiquei. Vi aquela porra inteira e... Mas, quem sabe, talvez o Botafogo decide perder esses próximos 2 ou 3 jogos e ainda tenha aquela esperança pequenininha, mas foi um jogo ruim demais. But as for the save in and of itself here, we have been doing pretty well with it. We did get eliminated out of the 5th round of the Taça de Portugal last time around that we played, but we made kind of a crazy comeback against Young Boys in the Europa League where they had us 4-2 by the... Not even like 3-2. It was sort of like a 2-2 affair by the first half, and then 3-2 rather, I should say. I'm getting confused all over the place here. 3-2. They score a 4th earlier in the 4th. Seems hopeless, and then in the last couple minutes we scored 2 goals to tie it up and get the point out of it. Yeah, the season overall has been pretty solid. We're about to play in the Allianz Cup semifinals right now against Famalicão, and then we have one more game of the Europa where we're trying to stay in the top 8 so we can get around the 16 buy into it and not have to play the knockoff playoff round, but that's still an undecided situation. But otherwise, still pretty well, still holding our own at the top of the league here, and then just... earlier in the year, we did win the Super Cup, which was nice. But that said, we've got the Famalicão game coming up now. Let me just see the recommendations here, what they're giving us. Let's see here. I need to bring one of the U21 guys into the fold here. Give me just a moment. Just switch things up here real quick. It's not Bushido. We got Milo Stivu, who was one of the RU21 guys. I just need to go back here and grab one of the others from our academy. Oh yeah, São Paulo are probably just gonna be like, we're just doing whatever at this point. It'd be a miracle if they managed to win that particular game in and of itself. It has, and I think a lot of the problem with Abel this season that got exposed is that I do think he's lost a little bit of his touch in terms of like his whole ambition to win stuff. He's pretty much won everything but the Club World Cup at this point. Like, that's the only thing that I would think he'd be somewhat hungry to do, because not a lot of the team has changed in terms of formation. We still have him playing favorites with Marcos Rocha, Rony, and all those guys playing when they shouldn't be playing at all. Like, we have an incredible youth academy with players that could be playing at this level right now, but Abel doesn't trust him, and he goes with the old guys who don't do jack shit. And it shows. I mean, yeah, Rony in 2024. Exactly. Imagine me having to watch that fucking Bagli playing as our number 10 for like 3 months straight and not scoring a single fucking goal. I hate it. I mean, Santos got promoted, CG. Like, they're officially coming back next year, and they did it in, like, they kind of speed ran it, to be completely honest with you. It was hilarious in a way. I think Gustavo Ku should be able to play in this next game here. Let's see, between him and André Masson, maybe. Or Presci, maybe? Presci actually might not be a bad call for this particular game, just to have him in for the first half. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think CG, the thing with it, even though I have it in like a second delay for it, I am streaming to both YouTube and to Twitch at the same time. So I'm thinking that's probably the reason for that. And unfortunately, like, I think that's just the sites and the nature of it. I've been trying to like work on it on the back end to see if it can be fixed, but just it refuses to do it. It sucks. Let me just okay, so Bresci's not gonna work. You know what? Random. Let's send this guy back then to the U23s. Ooh. That's a good amount of players sent out. Let's go, let's go. You love to see it. Let's try this one instead. Perfect. Okay, this one, Pedro Leitão works as a U21, and he's not like complete shit compared to the imaginary player they want us to play at that position. He'll just be in for a half, so. Oof, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I can see the connection too has been having a couple of drop frames, so I think that might be contributing, unfortunately. Just, yeah, the connection sometimes is a bit of a pain, but this is like the YouTube save specifically because it is based on the save, on the offline save of the YouTube channel, so I do feel like I would feel horrible if I was just streaming it to Twitch and then not, YouTube wasn't getting it at all as a kind of thing, but can be quite annoying that it's doing this sort of thing. Let me see if increasing the bitrate might help with that. Gallagher saving an Mbappe penalty. Again, Mbappe is a pace merchant, in my opinion. Like, unironically, I think even with my Palmeiras bias aside, you could probably put Endrick as a starter and he probably would perform at least somewhat better than Mbappe has been at that number 9 spot. It's still been going, like, it's on the second half for most of the games right now, Corinthians. Oh no, I'm not disagreeing by any stretch. Hoodie just can't finish. Dribbling though, you get him out of the wing. And Yuri Alberto this year has been a very, like, I thought he was cooked for a while there, but like this second half of the year, like he just refound himself accordingly there. I think it does help, obviously, having like a playmaker like Memphis Depay helping out with the offense, but Alberto's been delivering on his end of the spectrum. He's unironically the reason why you guys are not getting relegated this year, in my opinion. Yes, let's go, Jordan. Let's fucking go. But yeah, speaking of going, we're gonna go ahead and get this game started here. Yeah, that's the thing, like, it's us with Brazilians being super impatient in terms of like their development. Like if they're not some sort of superstar by 18 or 19, we think they're cooked as it is. But, I mean, to his credit, he's stuck with it, and he's been doing pretty well so far into this year. So, as you mentioned, yeah, like, he could still very much become, like, that iconic striker for your team over the next couple of years, which I personally hate as a rival, but... Oh, he's been good. Like, at first, it took him a little bit to adjust to it, but he's been cooking accordingly there. He's been, like, an insane playmaker for Corinthians. Like, he's linking up really well with the other guys on that roster. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. Like, they finally let him actually play the role that he's naturally suited for, and then the goals have come out of it, so... But to start, Famalicão is putting the pressure on us here considerably. Let me see if I can motivate the troops a little bit. And also, even with the rivalry stuff aside, I do like how he has integrated himself into the club too, like with interacting with the fan base, you know, going to churrascos and things of that nature. Like he's actually kind of embracing the country and where he's playing at, rather than just being one of those guys that just stays in like his big house and stuff like that, as Hugo Felix scores for Famalicão. We're definitely going to need to bring out Leitão from this game. Rosero as well. We've got a couple of bad performers here to switch things around. Not a good first half from us. Not a lot of highlights to go with it. But yeah, Mitchelsons can come in. Rosero's on a yellow, so we'll bring in Tavares in for him. Milostivo's like dead on his feet, so Mabaya can switch up, and Rojas can come in. Yeah, we'll save the rest of the substitutions for later here, but... Yeah, like, people don't understand, like, guys who, like, buy into a role like that, buy into being part of the team with the cohesion and everything else, it's wonderful, because it just kind of motivates you to win, which is what Corinthians needed after, like, how terrible that first half of the season was for them. Okay, good. Yeah, they're not defending really well here so far in this one, but maybe we can make something out of this play since they're having to play it out of the back and find a path here. Or they can just possibly find that path. Oh, Somolinos, and that's a terrible giveaway. Holy shit, get out. That was horrid. Holy shit. Alright, we have to come back from a 2-goal differential now. That's just, gotta be super aggressive at this point. Okay, that's a free kick for us at least. Junior Treyes hits the post. Ugh. Alright, Rodrigo Matos, Ruiz, Mitchelsons, Kiwa, Mabaya, Mitchelsons. I'll take a look at it in a second here. Kiwa, Mabaya. Oh, got a good pass there from Sapel just from distance, but he's offside, so at least we're attacking, but holy shit, man. We need to do something here. Like, Famalicão's in the top 4, top 5 of the league, so they're a good team, but just, like, We shouldn't be just getting washed by them like that. Show some fighting spirit here, boys. Come on. Maboka. Kiwa. Mabaya. Tavares. Michelson's. Right, Ruiz. Good pass there. Matos loses it, though. Good interception, at least, at the very least. The midfield is trying to win balls. Mabaya. Crazy shot. He's the left footer. Left foot. Yep, perfect. So he is on the right position. All right, the 4-1-4-1 it is at this point. We are desperate. Yeah, I think that's us being eliminated out of the Allianz Cup in the semis. That's an embarrassing game. Unfortunate. But now, at the very least, our sole focus is going to be the Europa and the league at this point. So that's our domestic cup performances done. Still, we got to a semifinal, which is not bad. Got 202,000 out of that, so it's not too shabby at the very least. Let's take a look here. Bottom right corner and then the current wages. Got it. I'm looking at it here now. Might as well show it. Oh, man. And that's the level of an increase that they want for it. I mean, it's a Wonder Kid, but holy shit. That's nutty. Well, I got it. Oops, I think I may have clicked accidentally. He was playing in Mexico. I see. Mexico. They're like, we don't have an X. It's pronounced Mexico. I mean, Liverpool has been just phenomenal this year. Like, I can kind of understand now why they didn't do a lot of work in terms of the transfer window stuff, because it's just like Arne Slot had the guys to play his system there already as it is, which is crazy to think about, but that's how it turned out because they have just been on fire. I just hope they add to Manchester City's woes this weekend too and just like beat them senseless. That'd be hilarious to see that happen this weekend. Right, so this is our last group game of the Europa, and then that's going to determine where we end up on the group stage, like league phase table, and then we'll see where we go from there. He does some features of him do. Like, I could see it. Like a Dutch doppelganger of Ehinovi, the Phenomenal. Yeah, I could see that. It's kind of crazy thinking about it, but I could see it. Let's I just need to change this real quick. I'm going to put the overall training on this day and then just change this to defensive shadow play to prepare. The match tactics on this one with attacking shadow play. Let's look at the brother here. Yeah, seeing it again. Just like a very bald, similar featured looking Pink Floyd, 1891. Thank you, Benny. Appreciate the subs. 10 gifted. That is crazy, man. Thank you so much. That is a blessing and a half there in and of itself. Completely unexpected. Thank you, thank you. The randomizer kind of sucks from time to time, not getting a couple of you guys who are here as regulars, but thank you so much. And he's got you now. 11 subs from Benny. Thank you, man. Hopefully all is well with you there as we get a hype train out of it, which is pretty nuts. Was not expecting it. Thank you so much. And yeah, 11 people get to enjoy a couple more emotes out of it, which are pretty neat. I don't think I've shown this one on stream, but I did do it a couple of days ago. A little nice hype dance to go with it here. Good old Jeff Hardy, just throwing it down. We also have this for those moments where everything is just going badly. Things have been alright. Got to celebrating my 37th yesterday, birthday-wise. So I'm a year older. Got to see my team get its shit beaten in by Botafogo, which sucked. But, you know, things happen from time to time. It is what it is. We just gotta live with that. Let's see here. Leitão needs to move to the squad. Outside of this, like, we should be fine for Europa. Most of our guys are under 21 parameters, so we should be good registration-wise here. Yep, joining the 37 club. There you go. Yes, I turned 37 literally yesterday. The genes have helped with looking a little bit younger, but the hairline has pretty much been the foretold situation. It's just that for me, like, I seldomly... A lot of my sort of regime with stuff is that I seldomly drink booze, and I drink just a fuck ton of water. I think that has helped considerably, and then with the genes. The hairline has been like the Achilles heel, because on my side, really on both sides of my family, both on my father's side and my mother's side, everybody has lost their hairs like considerably quick, and it's starting to show for me. Thank you, I appreciate it. But yeah, I like it. Like, eventually I do, because I do like having hair. I've gone bald before for like a cosplay thing a couple of years back, and I looked alright with it, but I do like my look with hair just a little bit more. So like down the line, I may look in terms of like fixing the hairline a little bit more and things of that nature once I can afford it in and of itself. But if it doesn't happen, then, you know, eventually I can embrace the bald look. It's something for me to tackle in the next 1 to 2 years. We'll see what happens. I think these are a bunch of Louisville City guys because we are affiliate. They are one of our affiliate clubs in America now, since we wanted to sell more shirts there. So we did get in with them. We got Delta next, and they are in the Albanian League. All right, interesting. So ideally, we should be in a good place here. So Elton's trial is ending. He's not really kind of at the level that we would need of a squad player, so we'll probably just pass on him. Yeah, late 1987. Yeah, November 26, 1987. So late 80s into the early 90s. So it's like the face of a youth, but I remember a ton of stuff from that era because that was literally me growing up in it. Like Corinthians, for context, my second game that I've ever attended live while I was still in Brazil, it was the 93 second leg of the Campeonato Brasileiro final against Vitória at the Morumbi. That was like my second game ever, like going to it in person. And I've been to Parque Antarctica like 2 different times after that as well. So like I remember when that was still a thing. Been to Pacaembu once as well. Just never went to Santos Stadium because it's Santos. Who the fuck's gonna go there? Like they're a tiny club compared to the rest of us in the actual capital. Yes. I remember when we were shit, and then we were better, and then we were shit again, and then we were better by 98, 99. So like the ebbs and flows of it. So for me, like in particular, like as a Palmeiras fan, I've been incredibly appreciative of the past 4 years and winning everything, because I remember the eras when we were getting relegated to Serie B. Twice at that. Yep, indeed. Like, you just have to, like, take it and appreciate what you have, because in Brazil, you just never know when it's gonna be gone. It could be much sooner than you expect. Santos learned that the hard way this past year, so... Alright. I mean, I think he did at one point. It did happen. At this point, São Paulo are the only ones who haven't had that bitter experience happen to them yet. God, I hope. I only hope we see it someday. But yes, Betty, thank you so much for the subs and getting us to the hype train levels. I think this is the first hype train on the channel as a whole, so like, much appreciative of that as a whole here. That said, this is our lineup here for the Europa game, so we're gonna just jump right into it. Oh, River going down in 2011 was hilarious. And I do think someday it's gonna happen to Boca, and it's gonna be just as funny when it does happen. Like, eventually, like, teams of that nature, like, there's ebbs and flows with that stuff, but River going down in 2011, the only way they've made up for that was winning that Super Clásico Libertadores final. And even that, they had to win it in, like, a completely different country, because they decided to, fuck up. Oh, Corinthians, we're gonna be like, it's gonna be the one time where Palmeiras and Corinthians are gonna be like celebrating something mutually at that point. It's hilarious. I cannot wait. They've come close a couple of times at this point, but I do think it's gonna happen someday. Like, they've had some spells from time to time where they've been inconsistent. Let's put it that way. So, Ruiz. Hit it, Diana. There it is.
Outstanding.
Oh yeah, they're annoying as all hell. Ooh, Milostiv almost makes a 2-0 out of the corner there. Yeah, and most of those were what? In the 90s against shitty English teams that weren't even, like, getting the money from the Premier League? Like, what the fuck ever, man. Like, you're all living in past glory at this point. Like, the Copa do Brasil was your first title in what, how many years? Exactly. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, that's the thing. At least Palmeiras and Corinthians can say they've actually won titles recently compared to those guys up until, like, last year. We're talking about São Paulo FC, CG. And that's an offside there, but we are getting chances against these guys. We're kind of, yeah, there's basically in the capital of São Paulo, like in the capital of São Paulo, really the state of São Paulo, the four big teams are Palmeiras, Corinthians, São Paulo FC, and Santos. The first three are in the capital itself, in different areas of it, and Santos is like 1 to 2 hours outside. And then there's other teams in the capital as well, but there aren't like in the same level in terms of like titles, tradition, etc., etc. I mean, tradition to an extent, you can argue some of them because they've been around for like as long, but titles-wise, it's a different story. Like, Portuguese is right in the state of São Paulo, but they've been shit for God knows how long at this point. Which is a shame, really, because they've been around for a long, long time, too. Let's see here. So we're playing off the back. Somolinos, Mabaya, Estevão has a chance here. Makes the turn. Goes to Tayana. Working it out of the back. Mabaya again. Rosero. Milostivo. Ruiz. Rosero. Mabaya. Good pass. Estevão gets his 8th for the season. Let's go. Love this for us. But yeah, one thing that I'll say, Quitting Channel, related to this season, even with... Yeah. Santos has just been in tres there with the goal. Let's go. Like, to Santos' credit, they've just produced, like, academy kids like crazy. Like, for me, again, part of what's been fun about watching Palmeiras in recent years is that our youth academy has finally caught up with a couple of others in the country with the way we've been producing talent. As Tayana scores its 4th, it's almost unfair at this point with the way that we're beating these guys. But, again, Santos has just made, like, a ridiculous tradition out of just producing academy kids that work out for them. Galo was on point there for a couple of years. They had a fairly good run, but then they've just been inconsistent as hell again, like throughout the last 2 years or so. But they are in the Libertadores final this weekend, so who knows? Tavares, ooh, almost scores on that one. They do, but Hulk is older and just not as good anymore, to be honest. Mabaya, there we go. Fantastic goal there, 5-0. Yeah, Paulinho and... Paulinho, Hulk, and then they have Daverson as well, which again... If Daverson decides to like score a game-winning goal against another Rio de Janeiro team in a Libertadores final this weekend, I'm going to laugh so fucking hard. Like, immensely. There's Milostivo there making it 6-0. It's almost unfair at this point. Dude is 6'8". He should be scoring on those chances. Let me make some substitutions here just to give a couple guys a break. Jojic. Simicas. Mabaya's been doing great, but there we go. We're winning 6-0. It's fine. I can make like massive substitutions. And yeah, pretty easy win, all things considered. 6-0. That should get us into the top 8. Yeah, that should get us into the top 8. Perfect. Good game. We secured qualification. We are officially qualified for the round of 16 in the Europa League, which means we are avoiding the knockout playoff round, which that's like 2 less games for us in the season, which is a good thing. We get to watch the other teams beat up on themselves, and we get a pretty good draw. Ideally, we get a decent draw out of that. Estevão's out for about 2 weeks with a gashed lower leg. That sucks, but should have time to recover. Qualify for the round of 16. Get a good chunk of change out of it too, which is great. Fun stuff. Always good to get European money. Alright. Let me see if I can get cheeky with one quick thing here before we reach the transfer window closure as well. Sem relação. Nossa. Yeah, that's just proving, like, as we were talking about the pie kind of being about the culture as a whole. Sorry, that's the garage downstairs that's directly under me opening up for the noise, so somebody I think is just leaving the house here, so apologies on the background noise there. We should be done with that momentarily. In the meantime, let me just do the request here real quick. See if it lets me request it. Increase percentage of budget. Sure. Okay, so I can't request for a bigger transfer budget, but you know what? I'll ask him to improve the facilities then. We've got like 17 mil in the bank now. So, pretty good place, all things considered. Let me see. Cole Easthorpe would be great, but he wants a lot of money. And I don't think we can get him on the loan, unfortunately. So, that's a no-go. Okay. Roberto Chavez from Racing. Kijana Hover from PAOK. He would be nice just for, like, coverage across all the positions here. Yeah, he doesn't want, PAOK is not interested on a loan for him. Like, it basically take an arm and a leg to do it. But I mean, we got a decent team, all things considered. I think these are all just the wonder kids here. Okay, this guy looks interesting. Diego Arias. The potential is crazy on the guy. Just needs to be a little more consistent and versatile. But for 650K, you know what? You know what? Yeah, if that's his release clause, I will 100% take him. That's a wonder kid that even if he doesn't pan out for us, we can sell him for like 5 times as much sometime down the line. Okay, they've accepted it and they want a loan back, which I am fine with. Okay, so breakthrough prospect. 1.4, easy. Can we do 3 years? And I'll do 1.5 instead. Perfect. Alrighty. Alright, at least we're getting a decent prospect out of this transfer window. There are some guys that apparently on our team that they are other teams are interested in, but I haven't seen any offers come through for them just yet. So it's a wait and see approach. So Kiwa is fully recovered. Elton just didn't pan out. Otavio for Palmeiras, 29. Too expensive. Yeah, just not gonna work out. Let's do this. Let me just take out the new gens thing, just to like expand the player pool a little bit more. What I want to do specifically is see guys that are loan listed, say within 15 to 35. See who's interested. Okay, this narrows it down considerably. So João Vitor, Alexis Wolf. Let's see, Amir Huzik, Joaquim Ferrer. Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't understand the bit either. Like, oh, injury prone. Got it. Yeah. All right. Alexis Wolf could be an interesting choice. Look at the fucking beard on this guy. My God. And he's just a Frenchman outright. Okay. Yeah, we'd want him more as a DM, which is not as expert, doesn't have as much expertise in. João Vitor. I'll consider João Vitor as an option in case we lose Cho Sang-yon in the window here. So we'll just keep an eye out on that. Let's see here. All right, so Moreirense is our next game here in the league before we go into... Okay, so Matos wants more games. I'm not willing to give that to him, so, like, if he just wants to go, I mean, he can. Like, no, I'll wait for my chance. I'm like, well, you're gonna be waiting a while, buddy. You're like a squad player at this point for us at best. That said, I do have to run to the bathroom here really quickly, so we're going to take about a 5-minute break, and in the meantime, I am going to go ahead and run ads just to get those out of the way here. So 5 minutes or so, I'll be back momentarily. And so Atomic Surfer, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Benny, thank you for gifting that to him. I think the notifications might be coming again because I went into the BRB screen, so apologies if that scrolls through there again as we do it. Actually, just realized I'm gonna wait on the break here for a couple of minutes. Sorry, I just realized with the notifications just to get them out of the way, we can do more. We'll play this game against Moreirense first. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right, so they accepted the transfer form portion for training facilities. Just improve the youth facilities, man. We have the money to do it. Come on. Okay, so they give us the training facilities, but not the youth facilities, which is unfortunate, but we'll do what we can with it. In the meantime, Musterman, hello. Good to see you all. Hello, Raiders. Appreciate you all coming through. Welcome. Guess quick introductions are due for those who may not be as familiar with me. My name is Chris, otherwise known as Brazilian Fury. Mostly a YouTuber, sometimes a streamer, both there and on Twitch. Right now we are streaming my Portuguese save that I started on the YouTube channel, did 8 seasons of. We're in its 9th season, which I decided to stream live in certain occasions with União de Tomar, which is nowadays a 5th division club in Portugal. We raised them into the 1st division. Season 9 right now, we are fighting to get into, to win the Europa League. We just finished the league stage campaign and got into the top 8. So we do get a bye into the round of 16. But we have lost in the domestic cups. We got knocked out by Porto last time around that we streamed in the 5th round of the Taça de Portugal. And then in the Allianz Cup, just starting the stream today, we lost in the semifinals to Famalicão. So, but in the league, we are in 1st place with a game ahead of Porto right now. And we are still in the Europa League. So we have competitions to play for. And thank you, RJ. Appreciate you. Appreciate the belated birthday wishes here. Good to see you as well, Musterman. How was stream there? I kind of had it on the background at a low volume, but I did see you were winning a couple of games in a row there, at least hearing it. So that is very good news. Hopefully it all went pretty well. But yeah, we're basically at the stage where we're getting close to the transfer window deadline as well for January. So we're going to see how that pans out for us as well on top of it. Médio Defensivo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hello, hello. Yep, no worries, Corintiano. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. Have a good nap out there. We'll see you around. Nope, never happens. Never happens at all. The winning streak will continue forever in a day, baby. FM finally realized that they need more of your dulcet tones with go tones for different players being heard, so they're just not going to let you lose at this point. You may have a couple of tight games here and there, but the FM gods will bless you. At least that's what we hope and dream about, but we know reality is completely different. To be fair, Corintiano's been a good friend of the channel for a while now at this point, so we banter accordingly considering our different teams, but we work with it. It's fine. So yeah, right now, Maju, the way that we are in the league, we're currently in first place. Throughout the past couple of seasons that we've had in Liga Portugal, when we got into it initially here, let me find the history summary here for us. So we started the 2022-23 season where I started. We were in the 4th division. We did win that. We won, so 5th division. We won that. Sorry, 23-24 is when I started. Crudbo, thank you for the follow. So yeah, this was the season where I started the same. So we won the 4th division Campeonato, the title. We were 2nd place in Liga 3, so we got promoted that way. In the 2nd league, we got 3rd place, so we got promoted. And then for Liga Portugal, our 4th season, 10th place, 4th, 3rd, and then 2nd last season. So we've been breaking into the top 4, top 3 over the past couple of years. So my goal this year is to try to finally beat one of the big 3 for the title. It's been Porto for the most part, winning them, with Benfica grabbing 1 or 2 here and there out of it. But we've been gradually growing the team accordingly. We won the UEFA Conference League last season in just a stunner of a game against Man United, where we took them to penalties and beat them there for it. So now we're trying to make the run in the Europa League with that. Our board is expecting us to at least make the quarterfinals of that, and we are almost there. We made it to the round of 16 officially. So we're waiting to see who's going to be our matchup for that. So for Diogo Pinto, Roma won some for 205. I'm going to see if I can raise that closer to 500k, to be honest. They've got money. They're an Italian club. Like, they can stop being greedy and pay me a little bit more. Yeah, we were getting to the point where we were making the Allianz Cup semis and finals and then losing out on those to the bigger clubs. Last year was the breakthrough year because we won the UEFA Europa Conference League, and we also won the Taça de Portugal against, I believe it was Benfica. Let me triple check that here, sorry. Yeah, we won it against Sporting CP last season, 2-1. That was our Taça de Portugal final game last year. 91st minute goal, so crazy stuff. And then the year before that, made it to the Allianz Cup final and lost it to Porto initially. So, and then this last season before that, it was, yeah, we made 2 Allianz Cup finals throughout the past 2 years, but we just lost in the final of those each time. So, yep, we did. Carlos Fernandes, he's incredibly interested in speaking to Tottenham. Tottenham is going to have to pay me a lot more money if they want one of my guys for that much. Like, some of these teams in England, some of these teams in the Big 5 need to stop being cheap. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so they've refused it. Roma is willing to pay this amount for Diogo Pinto, so you know what? They can take him. We got him for free, if I recall correctly, too. So that's a bit of a profit being made that way, which is nice. So the board and supporters are pleased with our particular bit of progress here. And then for Diogo Pinto, like, he's only played a couple of games for us and he's done well in them. Okay, at 1.2. Actually, didn't realize we had the add-ons for him. We're gonna need to renegotiate this accordingly. Yeah, no, I didn't realize that. I thought he was one of the guys we got much cheaper. So yeah, if we paid 1.2 million for him, then I can't take anything less than that. We'll figure this out closer to the deadline. In the meantime, we got Moreirense next. Let me just add a couple more instructions here. Go a little bit more aggressive here. Let me just save really quick, and then we'll go ahead and start this game. All right, let's go ahead and get going. All right, go to match. All right, so oh boy, we got a controversial VAR dispute incoming. A penalty is awarded, so it will be Cho Sang-yun taking it, and it gets saved. Oh, that's tough. He's been our top scorer in the club too, so that's a bad thing to happen here. And unless he scores during this half, we might have to replace him by the half, just because his confidence is probably going to be shot. Rojas, Rosero, Somolinos. Right, Boishiro. Bad pass there. Ugh. No, it's alright. Still plenty of game to play here. We're early. Yeah, it's odd how that tends to happen from time to time. Just, and like, it's not like he's a bad penalty taker by any stretch either. Just, it's one of those in which the goalie got the better of him. Alright, Tavares, good pinch there to get that. Oh, and that's an own goal. We'll take it. Given the missed penalty, we will take that. Still, fantastic play from Tavares on that one to just make that pinch, run with the ball in. That's our vice captain right there, making it work. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. But I can see it happening for sure. Right, so Molinos, Sunsapel, Rojas, Cho Sang-yun, now back to Somolinos. Cho Sang-yun again, Somolinos, going back and forth between the two, Rojas, Rosero, Susapel. Works it for pretty well. Rojas tries to float it into the box here, doesn't work out. Ruiz. Oh! That's almost 2-0 right there. What a save from their defender on the line for that one. Rodrigo Matos. Kiwa. Oh, great save from their goalie. Now we're upping the pressure considerably. Okay, Rodrigo Matos another corner. Kiwa can't quite get to that one, but Rosero recovers. Rodrigo Matos, he's offside. Not by much, but he is offside on that one. So, they're taking that. Good defensive play here. Cho Sang-yun, Tavares, Rodrigo Matos, Rosero. Oh! I thought that was in. That's crazy. I mean, we've been the better team so far in this one. Just the one goal to show it due to the own goal kind of sucks. But I mean, there we go. Cho Sang-yun makes it 2-0. Makes up for the missed penalty there. There we go. Now it's a little more comfortable. May need to blow my nose here momentarily. That's a... What was the defense doing is my question on this one here. That was terrible from both Somolinos and Kiwa. Holy crap. Like... How did you not close that? Yeah. Boa tarde, Zapalo. Hello, hello. Okay, Ruiz. Can't quite get that. But good recovery here from the team. Tavares. Brado Kiwa has to go back. Still continuing the play though. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's see if he stayed on side for that one, though. Yes, there we go. Cho Sang-yun with his second of the game. Makes it 3-1. I want to see by how close he was on that offside call. I think he was just on the line for it with the way the run kind of got made. So, let's see here. Yeah, he timed that perfectly, actually. Yep, there we go. So, Nikola Jojic almost makes that 4-1. Alright, now we're starting to fire on all cylinders offensively here. Good first half after the initial worry with the missed penalty. Definitely getting shots on target, which is good. Alright, goal kick from them. Good header from our side here on the defense. Sumsapel. That first touch was not ideal, but we keep it moving. Galedas finds Franco. Tuboka. Now Cachada. Damiani Gomes. And that's a really good goal from theirs. Guy's first goal to boot too. Yeesh. Yeah, the defense hasn't been all there so far in this game, but at least the offense has been holding up their end of the bargain. Yeah, I think it's time. We can do a refresher. Instead of Somolinos and Kiwa, bring Michelsons and bring Tayana in. Matos hasn't been having the best of games. Honestly... Georgia has sort of just been okay, too, on his side of the spectrum. So, Tavares moves up front. We'll bring in Milostivo up at the Volante section. And then... I'll give Salaya some time. And Borapuro can come in. There we go. Massive substitution, and then just see out the game with this. Right, Sumsapel forced a big save out of the keeper on that one there. Almost made it 4-2. Right, Sang-yun on the corner taking. Goes short to Tavares. And Sumsapel gets dropped in the box. No call. No call at all. Ref, What are you doing? Are you blind? Let me cut here. Whoop. I think you'll come back. The subscriber stuff from earlier will redo itself on this one. Let's just get it out of the way here. I'm not sure why it repeats that every time that I'm changing on background scenes, but it's something I'll have to look at post-stream. Either way, Tavares is making the run with the ball here. And then, yeah, the Musterman. Salai. And Sato with Salai scores. Makes it 4-2. Let's go.
Outstanding.
Right, I think we're all caught up on the notification stuff, so hopefully it should stop bothering us now whenever we need to change screens. Ooh, and René Diana. What a goal on stoppage time there. It's a 5-2 thrashing. That was wonderful. Just curved that in perfectly, too. My God. Okay. I'll take it. Right, so full time. Great win for the club here. Nice work by everybody involved. Now that we got the Moreirense game out of the way, I am going to go ahead and take a quick break here just to go to the restroom, refill up my water bottle, which is running empty at this point. So about 5 to 10 minutes or so, and I'll be back with you all here. I'll go ahead and just run ads on both sides of the spectrum just to get them out of the way for us, at least over the next hour or so here. So yeah, I'll be back momentarily here. Alright, thanks for your patience. Welcome back. Hello, hello. Alrighty, so for us, we have hit the point in which we are headed into the deadline day. So we're gonna go ahead and do that here and just we'll see what happens with it. Just make sure that all of the settings are good. Kind of refresh the settings for like the ad boards and stuff to show up properly again. So we'll take part in the deadline day, see what happens. Victor Gyökeres, even at 33, looks still pretty decent, all things considered. He'd be a pretty good replacement if Cho Sang-yeon decides to if somebody meets his release clause and what have you with that, he'd be a good replacement for him, like on an immediate basis. But they want like 3.7 for him, so it's like he isn't interested in the club, of course. But it's like they're saying rumors wise, it's like, oh yeah, 3.7 for him. No worries, Musterman. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Hope you have a good rest of the night out there as well. While editing and all that stuff. And yeah, soon enough, it's a Thursday. Thanksgiving for us here in the US, but for everybody else, just a Thursday. So yes, thanks again, man. Take care. We'll see ya. So far, nothing really has kind of come across. Just looking at the squad planner stuff. It's their whole where we could obviously improve certain things. In the meantime, so João Vitor would be interesting in terms of loaning in just as an option, but but they want him to play an important role, which we cannot guarantee. His best position we already have kind of covered all over the place. Now you do look interesting. Is that Barney? And it's a Porto guy too, so that'd be an interesting one to so they'd want between 8.75 to 1.1. It's an optional fee, so like I don't have any issues with raising it, because we probably would not want him in the aftermath. So let's see what Porto says to that. They accepted it. Okay. And Diego Arias will be coming into the club. He'll be out on loan still on his side of the spectrum, so he's someone we'll see next season if we do continue to save. Yep, people are pleased with how excited, like they're all excited for him to eventually be a part of the club, which is a good thing. And then Zeb Barney will be a part of the club as well too, coming in as our backup striker. And he's a Portuguese player too, so that also helps us with our Europa League ambitions as well when we need to consider lineups and stuff, which is always a good thing. Diogo Pinto, I guess he got some sort of illness, so we'll send him home for it. Boishido with a bruised head, that's unfortunate. I'm just wondering if people are going to be making moves for some of these players or not. Like, looking at Pinto, yeah. Couple of injured guys for sure that are still like not quite all there. Like it wouldn't be bad to grab just like one more person for the sake of having depth, but some of these buys are getting quite expensive at this juncture. And obviously we have payroll to worry about, so they probably would have to be a free transfer at this point, more than anything. We'll see what happens. Who is this guy? I mean, he looks good, just, we can't afford him, most likely. Yeah. Never heard of this guy in my life, but he seems like a decent prospect. So, Boishido's release clause has been met by West Ham. So, 37.5 million. Okay, we might be losing our starting keeper, which is, right, let's just start looking for goalkeepers then. Now, that's a twist in and of itself there. Okay, looks like there's a couple of decent ones that we could go after. Joan Garcia, 30, 1/23 from Levante. Federico Brancolini looks pretty decent. He's 30 though, but at 5.4 million, that'd be kind of a bargain to get as a short-term type solution. Ilya Rakic does look pretty nice though, and he fits the profile of like a younger keeper that we could build into something, into a decent keeper. We want 6.75 for him. See if we can negotiate this down a little bit. For 20 games, make it 65k. Cool. So we got that negotiated down a little bit. Okay, they want far more, yeah, as a backup, which makes sense. We can't guarantee all of these different things, but what I can do is, if we win the Europa, you know, we'll get a good amount of money. We'll give you a nice little bonus out of that. We'll increase your shutout bonus to 15. If you get an international cap, we'll give you 10k. Okay, seems to agree to those terms. Let's just see how this plays out, because it could be that Bushido just denies the offer entirely, and then we can just cancel this one out for Ilya. But, yep, West Ham has officially signed Hemi Bushido. So our our Europa Conference League winning keeper is officially a West Ham United player, so we get 37.5 out of it. I mean, we get not that, because he gets a certain percentage amount, but we got a good amount of transfer budget out of that. So Ilya Radkevich, I should say, excuse me, welcome to the club. Whew, at least we got that heads up on the release clause being met. So just send him in an intensive language course. Chua Sang-yun, welcome into the club. Radkevich gets the number 1 position here. So let's just adjust the budget to make room for payroll and whatnot. Okay, so we got 5.96 left, 32.75 left in terms of a payroll. Alright, so we lose kind of an elite keeper, but we get a pretty decent prospect out of it for not as much. We get a good amount of budget to work with. In the meantime, though, can we maybe find a decent player that is could help us? Interesting. Christian Volpato over at Crystal Palace. Plays more in the center. Could be just as good on the left. Transfer request is 6.25 million. Can we lower his salary demands maybe? Alright, let's see. So the offer did get accepted. So as a French player, it's commanding far too much wage. It's not worth it. I think we can find somebody cheaper that is maybe not as good right now, but that at the very least wouldn't break the bank for us in the literal sense. Matteo Pucci. Interesting, he can play kind of the winger positions on the left, attacking, and then just... It's kind of scattered all over the place here, but he looks decent. Can we maybe get him on a loan? We can. Tell you what. If we make him a squad player and then just even this out to 80 per playing fee, 100%. No specific rule selected, but what we would do is give you an optional fee of 15 million. Oh my god, shut up. Like, Matos is just being super annoying at this point. Like, it isn't even confirmed yet that the guy is coming. He's just like, but what about my playing time? I'm like, no, man. Maybe get good. Yeah, these I cannot cave in on. Everything else... Jeez, man. Can we maybe... Yeah, can we maybe not drain my bank account like this badly? Thank you. 3.2 is far more feasible to do than paying nearly 5 million. Yeah, I mean, he accepted the offer once his race cause got claimed, so like I can't do anything about it. Okay, so Matteo Pucci, welcome to the club. C plus on that. Okay, so the fans are feeling sort of okay about it. But yeah, as a squad option, like that's not a bad thing to have, especially if we're gonna be playing between the league and Europa and the Europa League games. It's nice to have that extra depth to make the lineups a little bit more varied. Right, so let's go just finish through the deadline window here, which we have. So transfer deadline has happened. Made a good amount of money out of it. Spent a little bit of it as well to get players in. It's a shame about Boishiro leaving, but he did net us a good amount of money for the club. We are going to go ahead and register our new players. And we'll go ahead and play this game against Portimonense here and then see where we go. Then let me save real quick after we get through this moving forward on the timeline. Yep, transfers records have been broken, which checks out. Oh, not the button I wanted. There we go. So Flamengo is making an offer for Gabriel Jesus. My God. Then again, I think he's in his 30s at this point, so that makes sense for Flamengo to bring him in. So, getting through here just the next couple of days. I guess at this point it's all of the late transfer window signings happening and stuff, so it's probably why it's taking a while for it all to process here. I mean, it'd be cool if it could go a little bit faster, that'd be great. Okay, so got reports, players, etc. Okay, assign the scouting. So Rosetta with the flu. João Vitor, we'll consider him for down the line. Okay, Radkevich. Actually, let's change the because you're not gonna be the backup. You're at this point you're gonna be our first choice keeper. Just with our starting keeper having left, you're kind of the guy that's gonna need to be starting for us. So. Hey Pix, thank you, I appreciate it. Hopefully all is well with you, brother. I think the dogs downstairs are starting to go haywire as people are getting picked up for my mother's work business that she does in the downstairs area of the house, so... He did, yeah. It's just a shame that it happened in the 93rd minute and after being like 3-0 down, but it was a good goal at the very least. One silver lining out of a game that was just shit. Yeah, it just wasn't the best game altogether, all things considered. In the meantime, I am going to go ahead and go with the somewhat more mixed lineup here. Try that. Let me save real quick and then we'll move on to the next game. Yeah. Let me just change this real quick to a match review. And then just add a bunch of goalie training on this free day here. Okay, there we go. Portimonense is our next game here. We're still first place in the league, so we're trying to just keep that up. Yeah, league-wise, we've been in a very good run, so let's just hope to keep that. We are at Portimonense's ground for this one, so let's wait and see what happens. Right. Songyun, Michelson's, Diana. Okay, Isaac Mabaya making a run. Almost gets a gorgeous goal out of it there, but just a little bit off on the shot there. Hit the post and all, but very good attempt by him. I do like the boldness. Okay, yes. Oh. That keeper had to make the save of his life on that one. Holy crap. Right, Lukanic. Corner. Goes to Zion with the far post. Can't quite get it. But we're coming out early with the chances here. Right, Tavares finds Gayez. Yeah, our family does. They're going over to we're going over to a friend's house nearby for that tomorrow, around like 7 or so, I want to say. And Cho Sang-yeon with his 14th of the season. Let's go.
Outstanding.
Makes it 1-0. And Marco Tavares gets a red card. The fuck? That's an odd. Huh. Let me go back here. Yeah, usually it tends to be more American in terms of the Thanksgiving stuff, but every so often, like, we'll do like an odd Brazilian dish or two to go with it there, because it is at my mom's friend's house. I'm not sure how they're gonna play it out this time around. Okay, so it was just a really reckless tackle. Okay, yep, that explains how he got that red. I just didn't see it immediately and thought it was just like a regular tackle or something like that they were calling that for, but all right then. Well, we're down a man while leading at least, but and Isaac Mabaya makes it 2-0. Ref, come on now. That was well within the line here. Don't give me that bullshit. Come on. What do you mean? He didn't even touch the ball. What the what is this? Cho Sang-yeon makes it 2-0 from distance. Unbelievable. These refs have it out. They have it out for us. We're down a man on the nonsensical call. They annul a goal. I hate it here. Still gonna be funny if we do win regardless, though. Let's see here. Fuck off. Okay. Rojas, Jojic. Okay, Rojas again. Cho Sang-yeon. Okay, they go back to their keeper. Let me just update these real quick. Oh, Lukanich tried to pinch in. Couldn't quite get it. Thankfully, they miss. Alright, 70th minute. We need to make some changes here. Some stuff is not working. Okay, yes, is on a yellow. I'm not going to risk him, so Pucci can come in. So for Mabaya, Lukanich, I'm gonna have him play as DM, probably as a halfback at this point, or an anchor. Yeah, there we go. Sang-yeon, Zabarny can come in. Milostivu as the anchor, just to give us a better defensive look outright at this point. Rojas has not been very good in this one, so I guess Ricardo Fernando Samolinos can step in. We'll save one substitution in case of injuries. Try to encourage the team. Got a corner here, so Cho Sang-yeon here. Crosses it. Milostivo hits the post. Oh, man. That was an opportunity there for sure. But, I mean, we have the ball. Even down a man. Jojic. Son Heung. And Zed Barney earns us a corner kick on that one. Alright, Son Heung here with a chance to get it into the box. Goes far post. Couple not so good bounces there. Growing for them. Varela. Milostivo. Alemão. Martinez. Bombo. Getting beaten out in the corners is never good. Good clearance from Tayana. Jojic there to help with the cleanup. Not the best bit of passing from him there. Losing the ball in the midfield. That's such a bullshit goal to give out. Ugh.
I can't believe you've done this.
Okay. Can we please up the pressure here a little bit? Please. They keep getting beaten. Jesus Christ. Okay. Gonna need to be a little bit more aggressive here. Alright, kind of a Hail Mary type of play here. Very risky. We'll probably not get anything out of it. And we don't. We lose 2-1 due to a very dumb red card taken. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but being down to 10 men for most of the game, not ideal by any stretch. We still keep first place, but Porto is now caught up. We do have a game on hand at the very least, but still tough to have a game like that happen. I am appealing to suspension though. The FA has it out for us. That's the narrative I am going with here. Yeah, Vizella's in third. Vizella's been doing well. Vizela and Famalicão have been the two teams that have been surprisingly doing well in this. Sporting CP has been the team that struggled out of the big three, to be honest with you, throughout the last couple of years here. But yeah, Vizela's been doing alright. Then kind of a little fight over here between everybody outside of Porto and us currently. That said, it is close to 4 o'clock here, and I've just been lightly snacking for the most part of the day. I do need to get some sort of like late lunch, early dinner in me at this point. So I'm going to find someone for us to raid and keep the good vibes going that Musterman did by raiding us a little bit earlier here. But again, thank you so much, everybody, for coming through to the stream today, both here and over on YouTube as well. Benny Kage with the incredibly generous amount of gift subs to the community here as a whole. Sincerely appreciative of that. Musterman for the raid. Médio Defensivo, Crudmo for the follows as well. And just really exciting stuff. Very, very fun stream to do. And I'll see if I can do another one sometime this week. And maybe not with the União de Tomar save, but maybe the EB save instead to continue the Brazilian saga portion. But It's a wait and see approach. It'll just depend on whether I've got that time or not. I think, let me just double check and see who is streaming right now that we can go to. Yeah, TJ is doing it, so we'll go over to him. Yeah, that was incredible. Incredibly kind of him to do so. I was very taken aback, because unexpected, but in a very good way. So pretty stoked about that, and just, yeah, base Betty. We'll go ahead and go over to Tony Jameson's end of the spectrum. And again, thanks everybody for coming through. We will see you all next time. Take care of yourselves. See ya.